Hasan says ISIS only kills Muslims, and also Mossad is behind ISIS. He implies this is one of the craziest things I've seen him say in a long time.
On the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough, okay, don't know what that's about. I'm not going to point any fingers here.
Yes, he's serious.
Has the American forces actually defended ISIS at times? Yes. Has Israel defended ISIS at times in Syria? Yes, they have.
But I'm not. So
you say ISIS only kills Muslims?
He said that. Yes.
That's not true.
Well, that's important to
that's like a big part of what they do is that they kill non-Muslims. That's like.
I mean, one of their most they probably have killed more Muslims, but one of their most heinous.
Right, they probably
crimes against the humanity was
wrong type of Muslims,
like an outright, open genocide against Yazidis and taking all their women into sex slavery. Killed a bunch of Christians, but these people don't matter to Hasan because they're not Muslim, I guess, or they don't help his narrative, which is that the Mossad and U.S. are secretly behind ISIS. The problem is, though, that everything he's saying is incorrect. And this is like Dan Blazarian, Sneeko level of... This is actually like a Zog Nazi talking point he's doing. This is the most fucking insane thing I've maybe heard him say.
On the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is, this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel.
They have attacked Israel. They've planned attacks against Israelis and Israel. Except there's this little, troubling thing called geography. They're not near Israel. They're killing the people around them. They don't have fucking bombers. They don't have missiles to shoot. But even with that being true, they've stated is they see Israel as a later problem. Their problem right now is with the whole world, with everybody around them. But yeah, there's no Israelis around them to attack. But even bearing that in mind, they have attacked Israel and they have attacked Israelis. So that's just a blatant conspiracy theoried Protocols of Zion type of lie. It's fucking disgusting. Like, bro, the confidence to even say this on stream is nuts. He's zogged out.
Attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough.
And that's just offensive. They only kill Muslims. So that's the insinuation again that Mossad and America hates Muslims. Therefore, they instruct ISIS to only kill Muslims and nobody else. Despite the fact that Hasan doesn't give a fuck about the full-on genocide of Yazidis and Christians. The crimes against humanity they've perpetuated against non-Muslims and Muslims alike is like unfathomably horrific. And I don't know what to make of this. Why would he say they seemingly only attack Muslims? And by the way, the logic of that is dumb too. You know who Hezbollah mostly attacks? You know who Syria mostly attacks?
Also Muslims.
Also mostly Muslims. Yeah. Wow, must be Mossad. What a fucking psychopath. Guys, again, this is where anti-Zionism veers into anti-Semitism. This is crazy, bro. This man hates Jewish people. Except he genuinely doesn't hate the ones that agree with him. Those are the ones he thinks they're cool. But the ones that don't agree with him, aka like 80% of Jews, he fucking hates them. He does. He thinks we're all genocide supporters who should be fucking second-class citizens, by his own words.
And only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough, okay? Don't know what that's about. I'm not going to point any fingers here. Has the American force...
This is the same thing he did with the PSYOP, too, where he was like, what was it recently? There was something he was like, I'm not going to say it's a PSYOP. I'm just going to point it out.
Oh, it was the murder in D.C.
Oh, yeah. So
not PSYOP, false flag.
The false flag. Yeah. So the two Israelis who were murdered outside of the museum in D.C. by a pro-Palestinian activist. He goes, this is a perfect false flag. I'm not saying it's a false flag. It just would be a perfect one. Like, bro, what are you doing? This is Alex Jones level of insanity. And by the way, somebody actually put together a really good clip. One of you guys can pull it. Alex Jones has made this same exact point. And someone put them side by side. And they're saying the same shit, dude. It was recently posted on the subreddit.
The Hamas and Hamas are lightweights compared to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And it's all come out, I told you about 25 years ago, but it's all come out in the documents, the USAID money, it's come out of Israel. Israel doesn't even deny it. Netanyahu, since he first got in office off and on 25 years ago, openly funds Al-Qaeda and then ISIS all over the Middle East.
Netanyahu is openly funding ISIS. And he doesn't even deny it. Why would he deny it? It's just making shit up.
And funded them and gave them air cover.
So then you have that, and on the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough, okay, don't know what that's about. I'm not going to point any fingers here. Has the American forces actually defended ISIS at times? Yes. Has Israel defended ISIS at times in Syria? Yes,
no.
They have. But they also fight ISIS all the time. Not Israel. Israel doesn't fight.
Israel nor America have defended ISIS. I mean, America bombed the fuck out of ISIS most recently and pretty much dismantled their entire apparatus.
Again, I'm not an expert, but I think where this comes from is in the early days of the Syrian civil war, which started, in like 2012 or something like that. There was a lot of chaos in Syria, and there was a lot of competing interests of, the United States not sure like who to back. And I think that there was a time where some groups that evolved into ISIS got some sort of limited support or funding from the United States in the early days of the war, but very quickly that changed. And for the vast majority of the course of the Syrian civil war, the United States was bombing the shit out of ISIS. Yeah.
This insinuation that
Dan's
so
right.
even if what you're saying is true, which very well
I think
could
like
be.
most things, there is like nuance with these conversations.
Framing of
but
this is
the framing
insane.
that he gave is that's why I was like.
Because it's a conspiracy. He's putting forward a conspiracy that Mossad and the CIA
own ISIS.
They're running
ISIS.
They're running ISIS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane.
ISIS, they've apologized for killing ISIS soldiers on accident, but
has Israel apologized for killing ISIS soldiers?
I don't know.
That sounds nuts.
The American government will use the Kurdish militias to fight against ISIS in Syria. So then you have that.
Funded them and gave them air cover to take over Syria this year. And then put the global head of Al-Qaeda in as their president.
Did you say Israel apologized to ISIS?
He says Israel apologized to ISIS for...
He didn't say it the other way around?
I can go back. Let's see.
Not Israel. Israel doesn't fight ISIS. They've apologized for killing ISIS soldiers on accident.
Wait, so hold on.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not finding anything about
that. But they also fight ISIS all the time. Not Israel. Israel doesn't fight ISIS. They've apologized for killing.
Yeah, he says Israel doesn't fight ISIS. No. They apologize when they kill ISIS soldiers.
So I found an article, ISIS fighters regret attacking Israel and have, quote, apologized, former defense minister said. So that's the other way around. And I have to imagine it's probably because they didn't want to...
They don't want to get bombed the fuck out.
Yeah,
they don't.
exactly.
They don't want to kick another hornet's nest as they're already getting bombed the fuck out of.
Yeah, that's...
But by the way, that's not what he said.
Right, no, that's...
So
either he's referring to something else or he got it backwards. I'm not sure.
He's peddling his conspiracy theory that's shared by Alex Jones and Dan Blazarian and Sneeko and fucking... Who's the Zog originator?
David Duke.
David Duke. That... Israel is running ISIS. That's why they would never attack. And if they did, they would apologize.
And then put the global head of Al-Qaeda in as their president. And I played CNN saying, well, he was the leader of Al-Qaeda, but now he's reformed.
Since Assad's downfall, Israel hasn't just been relentlessly bombing what's left of Syria's military and strategic infrastructure. It's been steadily seizing territory, using the chaos to advance its long-standing ambitions. Assad's successor, al-Shara, a former al-Qaeda and ISIS commander, rose to power through quiet coordination between Turkish Gulf and Western intelligence services. This is correct. Sina Tusi is right on this. He was repackaged.
The more you watch Hasan, you realize he actually just gets his news from
Twitter feeds.
from not just Twitter feed, the most unhinged, radical fucking propaganda psychopaths on Twitter. Like completely unreliable
From
sources.
terrorist to politician with promises of economic backing and diplomatic legitimacy.
So we had our CIA and our neocons running and controlling and protecting Al-Qaeda the whole time, using them as the pretext to be able to invade and take over any country they wanted and take our rights.
I
genuinely, by the way, I'm so lost on where Alex Jones is at on all of this.
I think he, I don't know.
I don't think he really knows anymore
I
either.
think he's
because he's still like diehard Trump.
Conspiracy theory. Whatever is the juiciest conspiracy theory.
I guess so. But like he's so like diehard Trump. But like, how does he square? The dude's been talking about how Israel controls the government.
Well, no,
and
he's
CIA
waiting
for
on
years.
Trump since the Epstein stuff, isn't he?
Well, that. But forget the Epstein stuff for a second. How did he feel about Trump being buddies with Netanyahu and all of that?
I don't think.
Like, how does he square that circle? I don't get
didn't
it.
like it or didn't talk about it.
Just ignore it. Just pretend it's not happening.
I'd be interested to know. I have no idea.
It's bizarre.
Somewhat interesting that Israel never really did this while Assad was in power, by the way. Just pointing that out. Kind of interesting that, this was not like this level of incursion never took place when Assad was in power. So I wonder what that...
Is he saying why wouldn't Israel invade when Assad was there versus when it was in total chaos? Why that wouldn't be opportune? That it has to be a conspiracy?
I don't know, man.
It's too dumb.
I
Anyway, there's
got no
Hasan right there. Hasan Jones. When it comes to Israel, we will believe any conspiracy theory that's out there, no matter who it comes from.